In the fading light of a war-torn world, where ash falls like snow and forests burn as beacons of despair, a bond was forged in desperation. On a desolate battlefield, a massive dragon, a queen of the skies, lay wounded, her great scales rent and smoking. Curled beside her, a tiny dragon girl, no bigger than a man's shield, nudged her mother's snout, her whispers lost in the crackle of distant flames. "Mother, wake up. Please, you have to wake up." But the great dragon's breath was shallow, her life ebbing away with the setting sun. Just as the last sliver of hope began to fade, a silhouette emerged from the swirling smoke and embers. It was a man, a veteran, his armor scarred from 100 battles, his face a roadmap of loss and weariness. He was the enemy, a human, the very creature her mother had taught her to fear. But in his eyes the little dragon saw not malice but a profound exhaustion, a sorrow that mirrored her own. Her heart pounded a frantic rhythm against her ribs. Pointing a tiny, trembling claw, she whispered again, "Mother, look. He's here. Maybe he can help." The soldier moved with the slow, deliberate steps of a man who had seen too much death. He carried no sword, only a tattered satchel of medical supplies and a heavy heart. He saw the scene before him, not a monster to be slain, but a mother protecting her child, even in defeat. The little dragon girl, seeing he meant no harm, hovered on tiny, iridescent wings, her cries now a desperate plea, guiding the veteran closer. "Hurry," she seemed to chirp, her voice a mix of terror and fragile hope. He knelt beside the colossal creature, his hand hesitating just above her wounded flank. The little dragon landed softly on his shoulder, nudging his hand forward, a gesture of absolute trust that shattered the old soldier's world. This was not a beast of destruction, this was a family. He pulled out ancient healing runes, their soft glow illuminating the deepening twilight. As he began to chant, the little dragon whispered encouragement into her mother's ear. "He's helping, Mother. Trust him. You have to trust him." The runes flared, a warm light spreading across the wounds, stitching flesh and scale back together with forgotten magic. As the healing energy pulsed, the great dragon's eyes fluttered open. They were not filled with rage, but with a weary confusion. Her daughter pointed a proud claw at the kneeling human, the enemy, the savior. For the first time in a generation, a dragon looked upon a human not as a foe, but as a friend. In that quiet clearing, under a sky full of stars, the war between their kinds felt like a distant, meaningless memory. A promise was made, not with words, but with a shared glance, a promise of a new dawn, a world where compassion could heal the deepest wounds. And as the veteran stood guard through the night, the little dragon curled up against his leg, a tiny, warm weight of gratitude and a symbol of a future they would build together. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please follow for more tales of unexpected heroes.